Hello guys and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, then my name is London Hustle and today we are going to be trying out one of the cheapest and smallest e-bikes on the market and seeing if it's capable of doing deliveries here in London. This is the U4 by a brand called iScooter. It's a very small e-bike. It actually folds up as well, so it gets even smaller. And this is gonna set you back about £400. Should be quite an interesting and fun video. Also, this video is sponsored by Hover. You might have seen some shots from Hover before in the past. This is an AI-powered drone that can actually track you. So we're gonna get some nice shots of us on the bike today. It's actually really sunny as well, which is a surprise. London isn't usually sunny. So thank you to Hover. More about them later. All right, let's go do some deliveries. All right, so we've got 3 different level modes of assist on this bike. Currently I'm on nothing and it's riding along all right. We've got no gears, so it is a fixed gear. We can't really change anything to help us out. So let's move up into assist level 1. Okay, there's something there. Not too much, but it's definitely noticeable. Number 2. Okay, again, a very small increase. Very, very minute difference. And now let's go for level 3. Oh my God. You can really feel level 3 kick in. Wow, okay, level 3 is where we want to be at. What a beautiful day this is though. I'm looking up above and I'm not seeing a single cloud, just blue skies. Here is a closer look at the Hover Air X1 Pro that we're using today. You can see it's very small and compact, easy to put in your pocket. We've got our camera at the front which sits on a gimbal to keep all the shots nice and straight. You've got 3 sensors underneath, 2 sensors at the back as well as a sensor at the front. So let's send this thing up in the air and see if it can follow us for a delivery. Here she goes. All right, I think that should be locked onto me. Let's start moving and see what happens. Oh, guys, we're getting ourselves an order. Let's do it. George's Fish Bar. As I was on my way to George's Fish Bar, we're just a minute away from there, by the way, I got another order come through from Surf for like £4 something extra. So I've gone ahead and took that. I think this is now going to pay us over £8 in total, which is really nice. What's really cool about this drone is it's got so many different settings you can choose from. Right now I've got it on follow, so obviously it's going to follow me, but you can set it to hover, you can have it like zoom out away from you, you can get a bird's eye view of you. It's got cycling mode, ski mode, orbit, so many different modes, and each mode has so much customization. So right now I've got the follow mode set to mid, so it's going to follow me at like a mid-range. I'm going to be shooting in 4K at 60 frames per second. If I wanted to, I could get the drone to follow me close up or far away. I kind of like that middle shot. I think it looks quite nice. They also have like a cycling display you can like attach to your handlebars to see your drone and control it. Right now I'm quite happy just using my phone. I can actually connect to the drone and get a live view of what the drone is seeing on here. Hi mate, order for Abigail. Thank you. Right, first order picked up for Abigail there. Now we need to head over to Saw, which is a Lebanese restaurant, 1.7 miles away, so a bit of a distance, but I believe it's on the way to the customer anyway. So we'd be driving this way regardless. And also because of how long it's going to take us to get there, by the time I do get there, it should already be ready, so there's not going to be any waiting about. Hey mate, got an order for Taha? On this side. Is that one for Taha? Thank you. Right, both orders picked up. Oh my God, it's quite windy. Don't know if you're picking that up on the mic or not, but there's a lot of wind right now here. But it feels really good to have orders on my back on a bicycle. It's been so long since I've been out on a bike like this doing deliveries. It's nice to stretch the legs a little. It is taking me down the Euston Road though, which is, I don't know, usually quite busy with traffic. So we'll keep to the left, stay out the way. Doesn't look too bad right now. What time is it? It's 2:40. We should be able to use the advantage of this bike being small to sort of navigate in and out the traffic around here. Get around these big buses. See, now the benefit to having a small bike like this is when I have an order where I need to go inside, I can just bring the bike in. Theoretically, that should mean it's not going to get stolen. Hiya, you're right. There you are. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
You too. First order complete. Is this gonna go? There we go. But whenever I deliver fish and chips, the bag just stinks of fish and chips. Which, if you like fish and chips, is not a problem. I do not like fish and chips, however. It usually doesn't linger around too long though. Right, let's get on to the next order. We do have quite the journey to this second customer. They are 1.8 miles away, but it's going to take us 11 minutes. Two very big orders to start off the shift. It is going to pay us over £8 though, so I don't know, it's probably worth it. And it's going to be a nice ride in the sun. Let's go deliver an order.
Is that you, yeah?
Thank you. That intercom system looked way too confusing to navigate. Where are the numbers for the buildings? Aha.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not...
All right, mate. Hey, what's up? Enjoy. There's no numbers or directions anywhere, which makes it very difficult to find exactly which building you need. And also the intercom, you don't just press the flat number. There was like some sort of code or Fibonacci sequence you had to put in. It was so confusing. Luckily, some people were coming out as I was coming in, so I managed to grab the door. I guess the people that live here don't want people getting in easily or to be found easily, which is fair enough. There we go though, first two orders have been dropped off. And I was wrong when I said it's paying us around £8 something. We actually got paid £9.42 for that, which I'm very happy with. I think that's pretty decent. Sun is still shining. We're over in like the Camden area now. Camden town is just back down this street, so that's where I'm gonna head. Camden's usually pretty busy with orders. There's a ton of restaurants there. So far, this bike's putting in a pretty decent shift. I'm not usually the biggest fan of these little small bikes for doing deliveries because they're kind of small and compact and not too comfortable, but this one's not terrible. It's really not. You've got a lot of adjustability in the handlebars and the seat to get it to a riding position that's comfortable for you, which I do appreciate. Also, these usually have really cheap grips on, but these grips, I don't know if they are cheap or not, but they're like a kind of rubberized texture, different to any sort of grips I've seen on a cheap bike before, and they're relatively comfortable. They've got a nice little pad here which supports your wrist. We've got hydraulic disc brakes on the front and back, so stopping's not been an issue. Just entered Camden High Street, which is looking relatively busy. I did think it would be a little bit busier considering how nice the weather is. Oh, we've got some police officers dealing with an incident here. Someone's just been arrested. Always something interesting happening on Camden High Street. It's a very wild place. Just got myself a double order come in from the Three Uncles as we're heading over the famous Camden Bridge. I'm about to go under the famous Camden Lock. Oh, am I gonna go under? Actually, I might quickly take a shortcut and hop up on the pavement. Nice thing about having a small bike is you can do that. I just realized, why did I go straight past the bike lock thing? I need to lock up my bike. I think these are new actually. I don't think these always used to be here. I'm gonna do the lock test on this bike. How is it gonna be with my D-lock? Ooh, where are we going to go through? That's the question. Maybe the frame back here? I think that might be the shout. Let's see if this fits. Okay, we can definitely make this work somehow. There we go. All right. Yeah, good. Been a while since I picked up from this building. Which floor is it? I think we need to go up to the second floor. Got a mate's flying. Yeah, I got two orders. Thank you. Wow, they're very busy there. I guess it's smack bang middle of lunchtime. But both our orders were ready, which is good. Everywhere in here is pretty busy. I think people have started discovering this place. It always used to be really quiet inside of here, but slowly and surely it's got busier and busier. Loads of great food options with indoor seating, which used to be quite rare to find in Camden. With the market being opposite, a lot of people would get food there and they would just stand up and eat it by the canal. Not really many options to sit, but this place offered the alternative. And it seems like people are starting to discover that. Oh wow, 2.6 miles to this first customer. Google's predicting about 14 minutes. We really are putting this bike through the test today. Every order's been so long. I usually like the short little nippy ones. So this is the complete opposite to what I usually do. But we're just gonna roll with it. It's a perfect day for it as well, riding in this weather. Hopefully you guys are enjoying today's video so far. If you are, be sure to drop a like down below. Also, I've got a few challenge ideas coming up soon that I'm gonna be filming. So leave some suggestions in the comments below if there's a certain idea or topic you want me to make a video around, because I do read them and take them into consideration. Ooh, are we going to go up near Primrose Hill? I think we might be. One of my favourite places to ride. They've redone this whole area as well, like tarmacked it. So much more pleasant to ride on. This used to be a whole construction site before. We're going up our first little hill. How's it going to do? We're sticking around 20 kilometres an hour uphill, which isn't too bad. I'm not pedaling too much. I imagine this is draining the battery quite a bit, but I'm not struggling. And it handled it like an absolute champ. We've got a nice little display down here on the left-hand side. It's quite simple, but you can see everything you need to. You can see how fast you go in, what level of assist mode you're in, as well as how much battery life you got. Ooh, someone might be getting themselves a parking ticket here on the left. There is suspension at the front of the bike. It's quite a small suspension, but it does help at absorbing those little bumps in the road, which on a small bike like this is going to be useful, because with a smaller tyre, you are typically going to feel more of the bumps and grooves in the road. So that suspension is going to help a little bit. How nice are these streets around here in the sun, with the big houses, beautiful driveways and bushes in front of them. Smooth roads as well. Oh man, this is like a delivery driver's dream right now. Oh, this is so pleasant. I wish every day of delivering would be like this. You know you're in a nice area as well when there's a private police out the front. They have this at every entrance around here. Someone told me before that if it's a red police van like that stationed up, it's because like a diplomat or someone of importance, maybe politically, lives close by. So I don't know how true that was. It was just a random comment, but if it is, that's kind of cool. Oh, we're taking our time to get out of this junction though. Come on. We've got two cars turning in here. I'm going to try and sneak past this man when I can. Let's do it. Oh, perfect. Oh, I need to get stopped by a red light. All right, let's put this bike's ability to the test, getting around with this traffic and our small little handlebars. Foot right to the front. Perfect. That's what this bike is so good at. Alright, we've got to go up to this apartment. So we are going to lock the bike up this time. Not really many options around here, so we're just going to go through our bag and the bike and be as quick as possible. Oh, mate, you're right.
Hi.
There you are.
Thank you.
Can I grab it? 28, thank you. Oh my God, that was a workout. Top floor apartment with no lift. I also think these walls have been freshly painted because it stinks of paint fumes in here. Get a little bit dizzy. I just really hope my bike is still there outside because it's literally just attached to my back. Yes, it is. Amazing. And it's only a short distance to this second customer. 5 minutes near Kilburn Park. There's quite a lot of mounting points actually to lock up the bike on here because this is like welded on, it's not screwed on. I feel a lot more secure attaching things to it. So Little bonus point in the bike's favour. Oh, while we're down here, actually, you can see that we've just got a single fixed gear at the back, a tiny little cog. I believe this is where the motor sits in the rear hub, inside this sort of back tyre capsule. Here is our battery. It sits just behind the seat post, and what I love about this bike is there's actually a tab and you can lift the seat forward, which means you can pull the battery out without having to take the seat off and readjust it. Now, this is quite a small battery. It's 36 volts and 10.4 amp hours. So for e-bikes, that is on the smaller side of things. However, you've got to remember, this is a budget e-bike. It's a very cheap e-bike, so can't complain too much. Just don't know how well it's going to do staying out long periods of time as a delivery driver, that is. Just to give you a rough idea, I came out around 12 o'clock. It's currently 1:30, so it's been about an hour and a half, and we're sitting at 4 bars out of a total 6. I think it's going to drop down to 3 in a second. So we're about halfway through our battery in about 1.5 hours. I've been keeping it in mode 3 pretty much the whole time, but you also have to consider that 1.5 hours wasn't just constant riding. We've been stopping, waiting, picking up orders, dropping off orders. So take that with a pinch of salt. I think where this bike would really shine is using it as a commuter bike, getting to and from work, or if you wanted to come out and do deliveries for just like an hour or 2 at a time, as like a part-time thing, you could definitely do that on this. If you're looking to do full-time deliveries, this might not be the bike for you. Well, you definitely need to get more than one battery, which I think they do sell on the website if you want to buy replacement batteries or extra batteries. Oh, look at that, perfect timing. We literally just dropped down to 3 bars now. But yeah, I do definitely feel like secure on this bike, but mate. I see that like someone crossed, pressed the brakes, stopped in plenty of time. Ooh, these guys are chopping down the tree. Always thought that was such a fun job to do. If I was doing that job though, I'd want to be the guy that's climbing up the tree, chopping stuff down. I think it'd be so boring if you're sat at the bottom just having to pick it up and put it in that machine. Ooh, tight squeeze down here for this. Very tight. Oh, is he going to clip it? Oh, his mirror might clip there. Has he got through? I think he has. Oh mate, that is, yeah, that was millimeters away there. Hiya, you right?
Yeah.
Can I grab your codes, please?
64.
64. Thank you. There you are.
Thank you.
Enjoy. Another building, another set of stairs. I think this one's just had a carpet relay. There's plastic all over the floor. Oh, there's a push. I thought it was going to be a pull. This is awkward. We're now at £16.87. There we go, now we're out. And I think that's going to be it for today. Oh my God, what has happened to the front of that van? Jesus. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's video. We're coming out of the lunchtime rush now, so things are dying down a little bit, not too many orders coming through. But before the video ends, let's do a little debrief on this bike. Here is what the iScooter U4 looks like after doing a delivery shift. I think it held up pretty well. One thing that actually surprised me when this bike came is that the rear rack is like permanently mounted onto the bike. Usually what companies do is they'll make you pay extra to get a rear rack attached. I love that this is just a feature that's included in here. So if you wanted to, you could maybe put a little seat on the back, you could put a basket if you're planning to carry things around. I wish more companies did that out of the box. I really like that. So this is quite a small bike, and in turn with that comes very small tires. These are more your typical road tires. These are not things you want to be going off-road with, but for the smooth streets of London, these were fine. And here's the hydraulic disc brakes as well. You can see they're very, very small compared to bigger wheels, but it's not having to stop as much weight. I got along with these just fine. I think if I was going to keep this bike and use it permanently, I would probably upgrade these to a bigger hydraulic disc brake, just have a bit more stopping power on the roads. Also comes with front and rear mud guards as well, which is useful, especially for that British weather. Got a light down here at the front, all the basic stuff. Now this bike actually folds down, so you can fold the handlebars down here, and you can also fold it in half, so it becomes a very small surface area, really useful for storage. Here's a closer look at the display. As you can see, it's very basic. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the video, but you've got your speed up here in the top right, how far you've done in total. So we did 27 kilometers on this thing. I was riding it today in assist mode 3, but you can see you can go into 2, 1, and also no assist at all. We got the bike down to 3 bars of battery out of 6, so almost exactly half. And there's actually a power gauge up here in the top right, which when you're pedaling, you can see this moving up and about to see how much power the bike is giving off. Now for a cheap bike, the seat is actually quite impressive. Usually these cheap bikes have really uncomfortable seats. This one is very spongy, very cushiony. Didn't have any issues with that at all. We talked about the battery down here behind the bike and the single cog at the back as well. Overall, for a very small and cheap bike, I was impressed. Now, to answer the question at the start of the video, can you do deliveries on this thing? Yes, kind of. You can do deliveries on it, we proved it today, but I would not say this is a full-time delivery vehicle unless you had multiple batteries. But for someone commuting to work, or if you're just doing this as a little bit of a side hustle, an hour or two a day, this bike will do you just fine. I know I just said this bike isn't really meant for off-roading, but we're going to take it on a little trail here. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I always enjoy trying out new bikes, and it was very fun to use that drone to catch some shots. It's a really impressive drone with a lot of really impressive features. If you want to check one out for yourself, then I'll leave the link in the description below. Thank you to Hover for sponsoring today's video. Thank you so much to all the members as well who are part of this channel. If you haven't already, drop a like down below. And like always, thank you for watching.